Blue Devil. This demonic superhero is a criminally underrated DC character. After hearing the word devil, no one would think of a superhero, but DC managed to create a character whose devil personality gives a false impression since he is actually a superhero in reality. The Blue Devil did not always look like a devil. In fact, he was just a regular, hardworking human being who loved his job a little too much. When he became a superhero, he was absorbed by the feeling that the universe had bigger plans for him, which made him an even more extraordinary character. It may be hard to believe, but he has actually been a part of many superhero teams in the DC universe, including the Shadowpact, the Justice League of America, the Sentinels of Magic, the Justice Society of America, and the Spirit Squad. But if he is a hero, why does he look like a devil? And how did he go from being a human to a man with superpowers? Well, these are just some of the questions that we are going to answer in this video. So without further delay, let us dive right into the video and explore the origins of the Blue Devil. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. His origins as explored in the Swamp Thing TV series. Swamp Thing is a 2019 web live-action TV series that debuted on Warner Bros. DC Universe streaming service. Although it was cancelled within a few weeks, it introduced some of the DC's rare characters to us. The story follows Abby Arcane, who is a CDC researcher. She is returned to her hometown in Marias, Louisiana, where she discovers that a deadly swamp-borne virus has infested the place. She began working with a scientist named Alec Holland. Soon, Holland meets an inexplicable death, and Abby finds out strange things about the swamp. As it turns out, Holland is not exactly dead because a mysterious creature made of plant life claims to be him. Despite only 10 episodes in the series, we get a decent understanding of DC's character named Blue Devil, who appears as Dan Cassidy. His role is portrayed by the brilliant actor Ian Andrew Ziering, who believes that the Blue Devil's character could have led to an entire series of his own. Let us find out why he thinks that. In Swamp Things, there was going to be a film adaptation of a comic book character called Blue Devil. Dan Cassidy was introduced to us as a stunt double for the actor who would be playing the lead role, but he always thought that he had more talent than just being a stuntman. He wanted to be an actor and wanted people to see his potential. Dan wanted to be the lead in the movie Blue Devil instead of being the stunt double. Now, there was a mysterious guide in the town known as the Phantom Stranger who had helped Alec Holland with his transformation into Swamp Thing. Dan was soon visited by the Phantom Stranger who had come with a proposition for him. Without realizing what he was getting into, Dan accepted the Phantom Stranger's deal, and in a matter of minutes, he replaced the lead actor from the movie, and his wish came true. But this did not come at a low cost. Eventually, Dan started noticing the harsh consequences of the deal as his life began to change. When things in the town of Marias were starting to get troublesome, he tried to leave. However, he had no way of escaping because his skin burst into blue flames when he tried to leave Marias. As a result, he was forced to stay within the perimeter of the town. Soon, Dan built a life for himself and opened a video store in town. One night, he got into a drastic fight with some thugs, badly injuring himself, and ended up in the hospital. He was treated by Dr. Jason Woodrow, who injected him with something that made him recover faster. But Dan soon noticed that he started emitting blue fire. When he went to the hospital to inquire about Dr. Woodrow, they captured him and put him under restraint. Luckily, he was again visited by the Phantom Stranger who told him that his friend Liz and Abby Arcane's lives were in danger. The Phantom showed Dan a vision where he saw that both the women were being murdered at a factory. Phantom freed Dan because, apparently, he was the only one who could save their lives. Dan Cassidy transformed from his human body into the real Blue Devil in an instant. He successfully saved the lives of Liz and Abby and transformed back into his human state. This experience made him realize that the universe probably had bigger plans for him. So the very next day, he packed his things and decided to head out of town. This time, he was able to leave the boundaries of Mariah. Blue Devil's constant presence in the DC animated universe. Blue Devil makes an appearance in the animated series titled Justice League Unlimited. He is seen as a part of the Justice League team in this version, but we do not get to see him at the forefront. He's not given a lot of focus as compared to other heroes. His character is voiced by Lex Lang. The next time, we see Blue Devil in Young Justice, where his character is voiced by Troy Baker. His character is portrayed as an Irish person, and in the first 2 seasons of the series, he is seen as an associate of the Justice League. The Blue Devil joins their team in the 3rd season. However, he is still not seen in the spotlight that often. In the 4th season, he acts as the leader and a guide for the Justice League subgroups known as the Team and the Outsiders. Blue Devil's character also briefly appears in the Justice League action. His comic book origins explored. The credit for creating Blue Devil's character goes to writers Dan Mishkin, Gary Cohn, and artist Paris Cullins. He made his first appearance in Fury of Firestorm Volume 2, issue number 24, which led to his own comic book series that ran for 32 issues. His origin story is explored in Blue Devil, Volume 1, issue number 1, which was published in June 1984. This issue is titled How to Trap a Devil. The story begins with a look at Dan Cassidy, an actor who is shooting for a movie in which he plays the role of the Blue Devil. He is seen in his Blue Devil exosuit, which he designed and created himself to show the effect of having superpowers. The suit magnifies his strength at least 20 times more, and he can easily lift a massive boulder when he is wearing his exoskeleton suit. The shooting of the film is taking place in the actual ruins of the Devil's Isle. Meanwhile, two other cast members, Sharon, the girl Dan is in love with, and Wayne Tarrant, has run off to explore the ruins further. With scary-looking stone figures outside, the Devil's Isle looks like some sort of temple. Sharon and Wayne go inside the place, which is full of spooky ancient items. Sharon finds an artifact made of stone that looks like the face of some devil, and she thinks it could be the key to unlocking the locked door. In an instant, the two actors fall into a huge pit that looks like a whole different area. A demon appears from the shadows, and it seems like it has finally been freed after 6,000 years of imprisonment. Naturally, he sees Sharon and Wayne as beings he can devour to satiate his hunger. The demon calls himself Neburos. Sharon and Wayne run to where the rest of the crew members are, and Neburos follows them. There is chaos everywhere because now Neburos thinks he has more food to feast upon. Sharon finds Dan, who is still in his Blue Devil exosuit, and informs him of what is going on. Dan goes on to fight Neburos, who mistakes him to be an actual devil. Neburos thinks that perhaps this little demon dominates this air and asks Dan to share his prey with him. In the meantime, the director, Marla Bloom, orders the crew to film their fight. Blue Devil tries a lot of built-in tricks from his exosuit to try and knock down the giant demon, but nothing seems to work. His crew still cheers him on because Dan is the only hope they have against Neburos. But suddenly Neburos attacks Blue Devil with I-beam energy that is supposed to siphon off Dan's powers, since Neburos considers him to be a real demon. Dan is now unconscious, and Neburos gets a hold of Sharon since she was the one who freed him. In order to help, the cameraman, Norm Paxton, climbs into a bulldozer and tries to attack Neburos, but it backfires on him because the demon quickly destroys it and heads back to the ruins. Just then, Blue Devil is slowly regaining consciousness, and it looks like his insulated suit saved him from the actual damage. He sees Sharon in trouble and immediately runs after Neburos. Being the self-centered demon he is, Neburos is obviously shocked to see the Blue Devil back in action because he thought his mystic blast would have drained his occult powers. Dan surprises everyone by saving Sharon from the grips of Neburos and continues to fight him. On the other hand, Wayne now seems to have an existential crisis because he is unable to do anything to help Dan. Neburos once again uses his I-beam energy during the fight, and Dan is pushed to the ground. Wayne finally gathers up some courage and thinks of a way to help the Blue Devil. He gets some cables and uses the rope skills he acquired in a former rodeo film to lasso Neburos around the neck. He and the other crew members raise the rope, which stops Neburos' attack for the time being. This helps Blue Devil in taking a quick breather so that he can restore his strength for the next attack. Still not being able to defeat him, Blue Devil tries one major trick from his weapon and shoots a point-blank rocket blast, which results in Neburos' temporary knockout. In the meantime, in order to trap Neburos, Sharon and the others manage to open the same doorway once again, through which the demon emerged. The Blue Devil climbs on top of Neburos and jumps with him through the hole using his trident. He asks Sharon to shut the door as soon as both of them are through the doorway, but she is afraid the Blue Devil will be trapped inside as well. Luckily, Marla, Wayne, and Norm get a hold of Blue Devil's legs and pull him out to safety. Sharon makes sure to remove the Devil's head-shaped artifact from the panel, and Neburos is once again sealed inside his previous home. It is a victorious moment for the entire crew because they defeated the demon and got a whole fight on record. So it looks like the film that began with the Blue Devil as the villain has taken quite a drastic turn, and the blue ribbon costume demon comes out looking like a superhero. Anyway, all that Dan can think of at the moment is getting out of his costume and into a cool shower, but his costume appears to be sweating, which is strange since it is not supposed to do that. Inside Dan's trailer, he thinks about the possibility of him being a hero as he tries to take off his mask, which is stuck. It makes him feel as if he is trying to take off his own skin. It finally occurs to Blue Devil that Neburos' mystical attack, which is supposed to siphon off his non-existent occult powers, has somehow resulted in him being combined with the Blue Devil's exosuit. The issue ends with Dan Cassidy losing his identity as an actor and now truly becoming the Blue Devil. What makes the Blue Devil so powerful? When Blue Devil gained his superpower form after being merged with his suit, he received his initial powers through the technological devices that had been built into his costume. This resulted in many of his inherent qualities being heightened. Since Dan Cassidy was an experienced stuntman, the Blue Devil suit gave him superhuman strength and durability, which was around 20 times more than that of an ordinary human. Cassidy could also now heal faster, as the suit turned organic after being attached to his flesh, and obtained the capability to self-repair at an incredibly fast rate. Moreover, his devil Devil mask enhanced his senses to the point where his hearing and vision were heightened, and also granted him infrared night vision. As if that was not enough, the suit also had many gills built into it, which allowed Dan to breathe underwater. Blue Devil also had experience in boxing, which he learned in order to become an improved stuntman. As for his mechanical knowledge, we are all well aware that his entire crew was impressed with his invention of the Blue Devil exoskeleton. Along with that, he also built the rocket-powered Trident, which can support the weight of around 20 people. He used it to fly around during several fights. His Trident could also be used to shoot balls of fire. Although these things make him a fantastic superhero, he has a few weaknesses. Even though the suit naturally bonded to Dan's body, it is still mechanical in nature. This means that the possibility of the suit being hijacked was never zero. In fact, one of his fellow stunt performers, Larry Balansky, was able to easily control Blue Devil in order to combat the firestorm. Another thing that made him quite vulnerable was his weirdness magnet. Don't laugh, this is a real thing. After he was fused inside the Blue Devil suit, Norm the cameraman speculated that Dan's union of science and magic made him a weirdness magnet, which drew unusual activities to him. Initially, they did not take it seriously. Soon after, a doctor from Star Labs also confirmed the existence of such a phenomenon. They even provided him with money to test his unusual tendency in Las Vegas. Later, it was also discovered that Dan had a positively charged energy emanating from his abdomen. However, it was still unclear if the mystical blast of Neburos produced this anomaly during their fight, or Danny's family background, which is believed to have fairy blood in his uncle Seamus' side. Blue Devil is a rather exciting and underrated superhero despite his weaknesses. He is driven by his compassion and always strives to become an even better superhero than he already is. He is usually seen on the sidelines, but it would certainly be more exciting to see him at the forefront with his stories and powers being explored in more detail. Well, guys, that is all for today. We have come to the end of another origin video with Marvelous Videos. We hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it for you. Have a fantastic day.